Right. So have you read the questions? I suggest you read all the three questions. And tell me which one to solve first. Shall I go in order or you have some preferred choice?
Just the truck one.
Sorry?
The truck question, sir.
Third question?
Truck, sir. Truck. First one.
First one, all right. Yeah. So tell me what is the question saying? Like what is he asking in the question? All right, because you are not getting time to practice. So let us practice now itself. Okay. So what is he asking in the question? X naught is 5 meters. Coefficient of friction mu is 0.1. Its acceleration over towards left is a naught is 2 meters per second square. Find the time when box falls off the truck. So what do I do in this case? See, to find the time when it falls off the truck, distance is given. I'll use kinematic equations. Ut plus half a t square. U equal to 0. So I'll use s is equal to half a t square. From there I can get t because s is known. If a is known, I can get t. But how do I get to know a? To get acceleration, I need force. And to get force, I need FBD. All right. Because you people were not there for these friction sessions, that's why I'm going slow. Otherwise, this is a very pretty simple question. It can be done within a minute. But I'm going slow. I'm telling you all the thought process required to attack the problem. All right. So how the FBD is, for FBD, I need to choose a reference frame. So I'll choose this accelerated frame as my reference frame, accelerated truck as my reference frame. So with respect to that reference frame, I've got normal reaction, real force which is existing, downward force. How much is the mass of the block? 40
40
kg.
kg.
So 40 G is mg. Friction is towards left. Why is it towards left? Because with respect to this truck, okay, let's talk about pseudo force. With respect to this truck, I've got a pseudo force towards right, which is 40 into a naught. Now, because pseudo force is towards right, block will tend to move towards right, friction will be towards left. And friction will be kinetic in nature because the block he said is moving, it's going to fall off. So friction will be mu times n. Thus, that completes the FBD of the block. Now, with respect to this truck, let's also write the MAD. Mass is 40 kg. Acceleration A, let that be A or AX with respect to the truck. All right, because I'm standing on truck, my acceleration will be AX with respect to the truck. This AX is not with respect to ground. With respect to ground, it's something else. We'll talk about that at the end of the problem. But right now, with respect to the truck, when I stand over here on the truck, I have a pseudo force towards right. Why is it towards right? Because acceleration of the truck is towards left. Pseudo force is opposite to the direction of the acceleration of the reference frame. So 40 times A, m times A naught is towards right. 40 times A naught is towards right. Now friction is towards left because due to pseudo force, this block will tend to move towards right. Friction will act towards left. I've got normal reaction. I've got mg and friction as real forces and one pseudo force. And acceleration is ax with respect to the truck. So my equation of motion will be 40 times a naught minus mu times n is equal to 40 times ax. So a naught is 2. That becomes 80 minus n is 400. That becomes 40 is equal to 40 times ax. 40 gets cancelled out 2. So ax is equal to 1 meter per second square. Do you get this equation? Do you get this solution? How do I got ax? But once I get ax, it's very simple. Half ax t square is equal to x naught. X is equal x naught is equal to ut plus half t square. U is 0. U relative to truck is 0. So x naught is equal to half a t square, half ax t square. So t is equal to, tell me what the value of t is now is? Root of 2x naught by ax. So t is equal to root of, tell me the final value.
Set root 10.
Root,
10.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Root 10. But how, do you get why I applied this equation?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand this equation?
Yeah, sir.
All I did was applied pseudo force and wrote net force is equal to mass into acceleration with respect to the reference frame. See, whenever I draw an FBD and write equations, that is with respect to a certain reference frame. First, I choose the reference frame. I draw the FBD. Then I write F is equal to ma. I get the acceleration. Once I get acceleration, I use half a t square is x naught. All right. This can also be done using ground frame. But then, now ax is with respect to the truck. So ax is towards right with respect to truck. Acceleration of the truck is towards left. So with respect to ground, my ag with respect to ground would be a naught minus ax, which is 2 minus 1, which is 1 meter per second square. So if at all he asks you what is the acceleration of the block with respect to the ground, it is a naught minus ax. Alright, because a naught is 2 towards left, ax is 1 towards right, a naught minus ax is my acceleration with respect to ground. Alright. So how did I decide the direction of friction? First, I presume it to be smooth. I stand on the reference frame, that is truck. I have drawn all the forces, and I see in which direction the particle tends to move. The particle tends to move towards right because of pseudo force. Friction will towards left, opposing the tendency of motion. All right. Once it starts moving, it's kinetic friction. So it's the opposite to the relative velocity between the block and the surface. Block is moving towards right, friction is towards left. Okay. If you have got no doubts, I'll go to the next question. All right. Read the next question, please. Now, can you tell me any kind of some kind of thought process to approach the next question? There's a conveyor belt designed to transport a package of various weights. Coefficient of friction is given, mass is given, speed of the conveyor belt is given, but it suddenly stopped. I have to determine this distance the package will slide on the belt before it comes to rest.
Sir, same as before, track 1, sir.
It's almost same as before. Yes, but the only difference is I have to select a reference frame. There is no pseudo force here, right? I mean, there is no accelerated reference frame here. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
a block was moving with belt was moving with constant velocity, 5 meters per second. So it is same as before. I'll start with reference frame. So it's moving with velocity v naught. Conveyor belt is moving velocity v naught. So block is moving velocity v naught. If the conveyor belt is suddenly stopped, if I stand on the conveyor belt, this block tends to move towards right with velocity v naught. Or with respect to ground is also same thing. With respect to ground, the particle is moving towards right with velocity v naught. So because there is relative motion between the block and the surface, my friction is going to be kinetic in nature.
Yes, sir.
Now acceleration will be, no, there is only one force acting, mu n, which is towards left. So acceleration will also be towards left. I have to find out the distance it travels before it stops. So I'll use a kinematic equation, v square minus u square is 2s. 0 square minus v naught square is equal to 2 times minus a naught times s or x. So x is equal to v naught square by 2 a naught. But how do I get a naught? Again, I've got the FBD. I'll write F is equal to ma. I'll get a naught from there. So FBD is there. So friction is mu times n is equal to mass times acceleration. So mu times mg is equal to mass times acceleration. M gets cancelled out. So acceleration is mu times g, which is mu is 0.15 and g is 10. So I'll have acceleration as 1.5 meter per second square. I'll plug this acceleration over there. I'll get the distance it takes for it to stop. It travels before it stops. So I started with an FBD. I got an acceleration scenario. This is FBD, FBD and MAD are on this picture. Once I get acceleration, I can apply this equation. But to get acceleration, I'll use FBD. I write F is equal to ma. I'll get a from this equation. And once I get a, I'll plug this acceleration over here. Velocity is 5. A is 1.5. So 25 by 3. 25 by 3 is the answer. Look at this. Mass has not come into picture at all because m got cancelled out. So whether it's 20 kg block or 10 kg block, my distance traveled by the particle is going to be the same. All right. There could be a multi-carat question saying 20 kg block travels a distance of 25 by 3. 10 kg block travels more distance or less distance, 50 by 3 or 12 by 3 or 13 by 3 or something like that. What I mean to say is it's independent of the mass. Mass got cancelled out. So whenever something is getting cancelled out, you have to be careful. I mean, that's something interesting is happening. Look at this. Retardation when the mass gets cancelled out is mu g. So particle is retarding with an acceleration of mu g. Always, if a particle is just retarding based on only due to friction, which is kinetic friction, I'll have acceleration as mu g. That you can remember. If at all you don't remember, you have the equations to help you. All right. Do you have any doubts in this question?
Sir, answer 25 by 3, huh?
Check. I'm not, check the calculation. V naught is 25. V naught is 5, Gada, or 15, 5. Because conveyor belt was moving with 5. Suddenly stopped and it will also acquire the velocity of 5. So V square is 25. 25 by 2 into 1.5.
3, 25 by 3, sir.
Yeah, 25 by 3. That's right. Answer given here is 25 by 3 itself. All right, have you understood the process? Any NLM question, you start with a reference frame, draw the FBD in that reference frame, write the MAD in that reference frame, write F is equal to MA equations. You'll get acceleration or whatever required, you will get from all these equations. These equations will tell you whatever is required. All right. And additional equation, I had to use kinematic equation. I use V square minus U square is 2AS. If at all you were to ask me time after which it will stop, how would I do that? Time after which it will stop is, I'll use V is equal to U plus AT. V naught minus A naught T. So 0 is equal to V naught minus A naught T. T is equal to V naught by A.
Sir,
Yes.
మరి యాక్సిలరేషన్ నెగిటివ్ ఎందుకు తీసుకున్నారు సార్?
Acceleration?
నెగిటివ్ మైనస్ ఏ నాట్ ఇంటూ
Negative kada. Chudu, V naught is towards right. Force is towards left. Force is the cause of acceleration. So acceleration is the effect of this force. Force left kunte acceleration kuda left kuntundi.
ఎస్ సార్.
See, if I throw a block like this, it will go and eventually stop kada.
అర్థమైంది సార్.
Right. Let's go for the next one. Okay, in this next question, I want to read the question and tell me what is the relation between accelerations of A and B, block A and B. Block A is hanging, block B is on the table. If A naught is the acceleration of A, what is the acceleration of B? Constant equation. Either you can use push-pull method or pulley equation. Look at the diagram carefully.
సార్ ఇస్ ఇట్ 2x?
Sorry?
2x.
No. Look at the diagram carefully. I'll draw the diagram otherwise. All I want is if the acceleration of this is A naught downwards, what is the acceleration of this block on the table? Take 1 minute, but think and answer.
Sir, A naught by 2.
If this acceleration is A naught, what is the acceleration of this one?
That's A naught by 2, sir.
A naught by 2 here or here?
This one, sir.
This one, no?
Yes, sir.
This is A naught by 2. Do you think both are same?
No, sir.
Now think and tell me what is the acceleration over there. Either use push-pull method, this moves by x, string stackens by 2x, pulley moves by 2x. Or use pulley method, pulley equation. I'll do it for this one. If this moves by x, this pulley moves on by x, string stackens by x and x 2x. This goes by 2x. So if this is A naught, this is 2A naught. If this is A naught, this is A naught by 2. This is one way of doing it. Or I've got this point is moving down with an acceleration of A naught. This point is zero acceleration. This point is AX, let's say. So I'll have AX is equal to 0 plus A naught by 2.
Sir,
That's it.
4 A naught.
Yes, that's 4A naught. Now, what wrong did you do till now?
నేను పులి స్లాక్ అని ఒకటేసారి తీసుకున్నాను సార్ కింద
Huh?
స్లాక్ అని పులి స్లాక్
Huh?
అని తీసుకోలేదు సార్ కింద
Uh-huh. Practice is required, students. Practice is very much required. Otherwise, physics is difficult. Overnight Radu, that also I'm telling you. No matter how intelligent you are, you cannot do physics overnight. Unless you do practice every day, at least 2 problems, good problems. Think about physics problems every day. You cannot get hold of solving physics problems overnight. It's for everyone, whether it's me or anyone. You cannot get physics overnight. All right, okay, 5 months in the exam ki nenu physics నేర్చుకుంటాను అంటే not possible. All right. Now look at this. If this moves by x, string stack is by x and x 2x. So this moves by 2x, string stack is by 2x and 2x 4x. This goes by 4x. So if this is a naught, this is 4a naught. If this is going downward, this is going towards right. Downward, rightward. All right. This is one way of doing it. Or I could also do if this is a naught, this is 0, this will be, let's say this is ax plus 0 by 2 is equal to a naught. So ax is equal to 2a naught. So this is 2a naught. This point has an acceleration of 2a naught. If this point has an acceleration of 2a naught, this is 0. This is ax prime. Ax prime plus 0 by 2 is equal to 2a naught. So ax prime is equal to 4a naught. That means this point has an acceleration of 4a naught. This point and this point are connected together with the same string. So this will have an acceleration of 4a naught. Either use this equation, the pulley equation, or use push-pull method. Push-pull method may not always work because it will work only when you have got one end of the string is fixed. All right, when you have one end of the string is fixed, that means only then your push-pull method will work. Otherwise, pulley equation is always there to rescue. All right, now I got the acceleration relation. All I have to do is, now question is, determine the accelerations, right? Yeah, determine the acceleration of 5 kg block A. This is 5 kgs. This is how much? Block B has got a mass of 10 kg.
10 kgs.
All I have to do is determine the acceleration. So let's draw the FBD with respect to ground. I'll choose this ground as a reference frame. So with respect to ground, I'll draw the FBD of 10 kg block. 10 kg block, tension acts towards right. If at all I presume that it will be frictionless, it has a tendency to move towards right, friction will be towards left. All right. Now let's think about the acceleration later. Now this is 10 kg. So I've got 10g downwards, normal reaction upwards. What is the value of mu? 0.1.
0.1 sir.
All right. So if it is 0.1, 1 by 10 times 100 is 10 Newton is the limiting value of the friction. If T doesn't reach 10 Newton, then it will definitely be at rest.
Yes sir.
If this is 5 kg, downward is 5g. So over here it will be tension with T plus T is equal to 5g. T will be equal to 5g by 2, which is 25 Newton. If this is 25 Newton, this will be 12.5 Newton. So tension is 12.5 Newton if it is at rest. If it were at rest, that means 12.5 is beating 10 Newton. So this will definitely move. So my MAD would be towards right with an acceleration of 4a0, and this lower block would be tension upward, 5g downward, acceleration a0 downward. So for this, I'll write equation as T minus 10 is equal to 10 times 4a0. And for this, look at this. Look at this. I did a mistake. If this is T, this is T, 2T. If this is 2T, 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 4T. So this is 4T here. So 5G minus 4T is equal to 5 times A0. I multiply this with 4. I add these two. 40 gets cancelled out. 5G minus 40 is 10. Is equal to 160 A0 plus 5 A0. So 165 A0. So A0 is equal to G by 165. Is it correct? Just check 4, 4, 16, 160, 160 A0 plus 5 A0. Yeah, that's right. Students, I just suggest you, all you have to do is pick up a problem every day, think about the problem and solve one problem at least per day. That is sufficient in the beginning for you to get hold over mechanics. All right. But if you don't do that, overnight getting the hold over physics is not possible. It is not that it's not that it's just difficult. It is impossible. All right. Hold to the extent that you crack competitive exams is not possible overnight. Overnight means within few months. It requires one complete set of 2 years. 2 years are required for you to get hold of, because each chapter will be spending only very very little amount of time. Mechanics ఒకటే మీరు చాలా టైం స్పెండ్ చేస్తారు. Mechanics hold వచ్చేస్తే you will get hold over any other topic. All right. So I would like to close the class now, end the session now, and I leave you with 10 minutes. You can practice something in this time. Pick up a problem, solve the problem, and you will have exam tomorrow. Please attempt the exam tomorrow itself. All right. Thank you all. Good night and good luck.
Sir,
Yes, yes, Vignesh.
should I attend an exam tomorrow because I've not attended 3
No,
round
no,
of
you don't have friction. You don't have this week's syllabus. Last week's syllabus is on the exam law, physics law, but other subjects you'll have. Yeah, okay. Then you decide. But that's okay if you attempt. Okay, you want to attempt it after you learn.
Okay, sir.
No, you want to attempt the exam after you learn the concept?
So,
Concepts, after you learn the concept, you want to attempt the exam? Is
yeah,
that what
sir.
you think? Okay. But do attempt the exam some point of time next week.
Okay, sir.
All right. All right then. Bye everyone.